Hello everyone, welcome back to our 23 tutorial on insurance and reinsurance concepts. I am Samia Guinoubi, Marketing and Statistics Deputy Manager.
And I am Kamel Salhi, Senior Treaty Underwriter for the Tunisian market. Previously, we explored the functioning of working and cutting cell treaties. Today, we'll explain in very simple terms how reinsurers decide the price of a treaty. Over to you, Senia.
Thank you, Kamel. There are three main families of pricing methods. First, looking at past claims to see how much the portfolio really cost in the past, and this approach is known as the claims experience method. Second, looking at exposure. We measure the current portfolio, apply a rate and the distribution factor, and this method is called exposure method. Third, using models to capture extreme events that past data alone might miss, and this is the model-based method. Each method shows a different angle, and when we combine them all together, we get the full picture.
Exactly, Samia. And one of the most used methods in practice is the burning cost method. Don't worry, the name sounds complicated, but the idea is very simple. Samia, you want to explain?
Sure, Kamel. The idea is simple. We take past claims and first adjust them for inflation or changes in the portfolio. Then we see how much the reinsurer would have paid according to the treaty. Kamel, let's make it very concrete with a simple example.
Let's first look at the treaty structure. We have a 5 million excess of 3 million treaty. The priority is 3 million, so the cedent pays all losses up to this amount. The limit is 5 million, so the reinsurer pays losses above 3 million up to 5 million. Now, let's see how this works with three claims in a single year. We suppose that claims have already been adjusted for inflation or portfolio changes. The first claim is 2 million. This is below the priority of 3 million, so the reinsurer pays nothing. The second claim is 5 million. The amount above the priority is 5 minus 3, which is 2 million. This is within the layer, so the reinsurer pays 2 million. And the third claim is 9 million. The amount above the priority is 9 minus 3, which is 6 million, but the treaty layer only covers 5 million. So the reinsurer pays 5 million. Altogether, the total paid by the reinsurer will be 7 million.
Now, if the company's premium income in that year is 100 million, the rate is 7 divided by 100, which is 7%. We do this over several past years and then calculate the average annual loss in the treaty layer. This helps the reinsurer find the pure burning costs. To this technical rate, we add loadings and administrative costs for volatility, expenses, and the profit margin, leading to the final reinsurer's premium.
And the strength of this method lies in its transparency. So both cedent and reinsurer can clearly trace how numbers were built.
Exactly, Kamel. However, Bernicos has its limits. If the past data is too short or if there was a single big claim, it can give the wrong picture. That's why we also use other methods like Pareto, log normal, and exposure-based method to check and adjust the result.
Exactly, Samia. Past claims give us a solid reference point. Models help us assess extreme events, and exposure-based method make sure we account for growth. Combining them gives a holistic view that ensures treaties are priced fairly and sustainably for both cedent and reinsurers.
And that's exactly how we work at 23, practical, transparent, and always focused on creating value for our partners.
And with renewals underway, we are here to support you, making sure your treaties are structured efficiently and fairly for the year ahead.
We hope this gave you a clear picture of how burning cost works and why it is important.
Follow 23 here on LinkedIn for more tutorials and practical tips or insurance. Have a nice day!